Well, guys, it's rare, but sometimes the media can put out articles that ain't pure tripe, and this is one here. Of course, it's got tripe in it, coming from the mainstream media, but what it's trying to say is 100% spot on, I would bet. Look, here it states in the headline, Blackouts will trigger a people's revolt against the new eco-tyranny. Green policies are popular in theory, but can only be sustained if they don't threaten our quality of life. Well, there is some tripe in that because green policies ain't popular. What's popular is looking after the planet itself. The two are not the bloody same, they're just dressed up the same as you know. It's like if you put a pig in a dress and call it a princess, really it's still a bloody pig. It doesn't suddenly become a princess because you say it is. This is true for many things these days, but that's another topic altogether. Now, he is right that blackouts and any detrimental impacts net zero tripe has on the public's day-to-day life will soon turn them against it, which is something I've said before. Remember, the public are ignorant people who mostly care about themselves and what directly affects them. This is how they manage to push through much of the tripe they have because people are ignorant and it's not directly affected them, but the second it does, that will change them fast. This was actually proven the past few years with the furlough itself. The government knew people would never agree to lockdown policies and all that tripe without government handouts. The government essentially bribed the public into accepting lockdowns knowing that it wouldn't last 5 minutes without those bribes. A similar thing is happening here with net zero policies. Any negative effects of the push to net zero is being blamed on everything but net zero itself. This keeps the sheep unaware of it. Take our current energy security, or should we say the lack of it. This is blamed on Putin or literally anything else they can, when in reality energy production and storage capacity here in the UK has been devastated the past 20 years, and this was done with the aim of hitting net zero. They can't blame Putin or anyone else for that, though to be honest they don't even admit that they did it. Now, as it stands, we're told to rely on wind and solar energy despite the fact the sun doesn't always shine, much like the wind doesn't always blow. This, if they do it, will create blackouts, and like the article states, the public will revolt against it, and I bloody hope they do. Well, to be honest, I hope we can stop it before it gets there, but given the fact we likely won't, blackouts are actually something we should all be hoping for. This will make the ignorant finally see what we've been trying to tell them since bloody day dot. The same was true for lockdowns, as I've already said. We warned people it would be a disaster and got smeared for it with shouts of granny killer and all this. Now it seems the lockdowns have caused more damage than was ever likely before, and that damage won't stop for years if it ever does. The sheep ignored the cost of lockdowns while the money rolled in, and people will ignore net zero until it comes up and bites them on the arsehole. Now, yes, the media and government will try and blame anything but their net zero policies, but eventually enough people will see the obvious and turn against it. These politicians might have some real problems then. Remember, there is a lot more of us than there is of them, and by a long shot. Police, military and all that also lack the numbers when compared with like 70 million people. Shit, even the Chinese government about to mass protest its claims, so Western governments don't stand a chance if the public rises up. So yeah, at this point, pray for blackouts so this taxpayer scam can be exposed to more and more people to help us stop it.
Well,